Welcome back to Football Daily Weekly, where today we're doing a special show, and it might be the impossible task, guys, but two impossible guys with us, Steve Howson from FullTimeDEVILS and Joe from Football Daily.
Yep.
We're going to try and put together the team of 2015, the calendar year 2015.
Oh my god.
I'm already at a disadvantage here because
Why?
I
You don't
picked
remember the
mine
year?
based on this season.
Okay, that's fine.
So mine's mostly
Merge it in.
August
Merge it in.
onwards.
So you do have a cognitive mind, though, so you are able to sort of still...
No, once I get into a new season, I chunk that.
Well,
Okay.
gone.
It's gone.
Right. Let's start with picking a formation. What are you saying? You were talking about 4-4-2, but it's not very trendy at the moment. So.
No, 4-4-2 is how you just go straight in. It's tradition, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It is, but I think there's so many good attackers this season. I think 4-3-3 is a better option to try and squeeze them all.
4-3-3,
What about
transitioning.
the WM formation?
I mean, it's going to be trendy, but it's not quite there yet.
Okay. Not
Yeah.
just yet.
4-3-3
Next year.
then?
Yeah, 4-3-3, transitioning to a 4-5-1 in defence.
Yeah, if you want.
Not with these attackers.
Not with some of these
Not with
players,
them
yeah.
attackers.
Yeah, maybe 4-2-4 if we have to.
Yeah.
Let's start at the goalkeeper then. Make it easy for ourselves. What are you guys saying? The year of 2015. Whose goalkeeping year was that?
David De Gea or Get Out.
Who is Get Out?
He sounds like a great option.
I understand the argument for Neuer, and I think he's a fantastic keeper. In terms of level of ability, he is up there. But nobody has had the trade that David De Gea has had over the last 12 months. He is winning 0-0 draws on his own.
Good God, yeah.
Wow.
Um,
What about Buffon?
yeah, it's a good shout.
Little shout for Buffon? No?
Buffon appearing in
Great
the
shout.
Champions League final,
Domestic
double,
Champions League
champion.
final.
Not better than De Gea. De Gea is just facing so much more traffic than any other goalkeeper in this sort of top goalkeeper bracket.
Do you think that the problem there is that, you know, if he was playing for Sunderland or someone, we wouldn't even mention him?
But he's not. I think that's the point.
No,
isn't it?
yeah, but he's
You're not-
I
it's
don't
the
get the
level
logic behind that. So
the
there are
level
other
of
goalkeepers
saves-
that are facing a lot of traffic and getting 0-0s.
But not
not
taking
pulling
their
the
team to a
saves out.
Champions League.
pulling the
But
saves
De
out
Gea
like
didn't
he's
take his
saying.
team to a Champions League.
He did take it. Literally, De Gea dragged Manchester United into a top 4 position.
I'm gonna have to go with Buffon because he actually won something the previous year, and I did see him make some good saves.
I'm going to go Buffon.
Get out.
So you're voting Get Out. Brilliant. Buffon
No
it is
votes for De
then.
Gea either, so.
Yeah, I mean, Buffon won the league,
I think, yeah.
and he got to a Champions League final.
Yeah,
Yeah, is what it is.
it's too much to ignore.
Should we choose centre backs first, actually? Because then you know where your left backs are going.
Okay.
So centre back
I'd
pairing. I want to.
I'd like to throw one of my hats on Boateng.
Sure, he looked great in a hat.
He would. I mean, he often does. So.
Boateng and
Go down.
Godin?
Godin.
Fair
Really?
enough.
Yes.
What about PK?
Obvious choice.
I know, but there's a reason he's the obvious choice.
No, I think
It's
Barcelona.
so obvious that he's good.
I think Barcelona's players are massively overrated for the most part. Clearly, the front three is incredible.
Great podcast.
But I think the rest of the team is slightly overrated. I mean, how much work does PK really have to do?
A bit.
You could have me and PK. It wouldn't notice too much difference as a partnership.
To be honest, you look like his younger brother.
I don't know. I think the trouble with putting someone like PK in is as good as he is.
The treble, we should probably say. The treble with putting PK back there.
The treble with putting PK back there if you want. Yeah.
Because they could win back-to-back trebles.
Maybe they do. But I think if you look at this team, we don't want to heavily influence it too much with Barcelona players because if you start throwing your hat on just Barcelona players just because they've won a treble, then it may as well make a Barcelona 11.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well, it's true. If we're going to just go on trophies, let's just make a Barcelona 11. Nobody else won a treble.
Yeah, but there's a reason that they won the treble.
Yeah, and they're all up the front.
You're saying that team only won the treble because of the front?
No, not at all.
100%.
No, come on.
100%.
The likes of Busquets and in this case PK. But I think if we're just going to make a whole team of Barcelona players,
They're a good team, but they're not a phenomenal 11.
We're gonna have to go on to continental defenders here because both Boateng and Godin have been better in 2015 than Smalling. Smalling has come to prominence more recently, and he deserves an honourable mention. He would be my first sub defender. Even then, actually, I don't think he'd be my first sub defender. There's a Thiago Silva, Koscielny.
Madness.
PK, obviously.
Madness.
We basically said no to PK because there's going to be too many Barcelona players in this team.
Yeah, which is incredibly harsh, but I don't think he cares. He's just going to go home and cry with Shakira. Left backs.
I struggled with a left back when I was writing on my notes.
And I can't believe you have, because look at this list.
And do you know what? The one I settled on isn't in that list.
Who?
Who do you like?
Philip Luis.
What?
Why?
They've only conceded 7 this season. Consistent. Gets forward.
I'm going to have to vote for Alaba, sorry.
I'm going to have to go Alaba. I think Marcelo's been brilliant this season at Madrid. He forces so much traffic going forward, but as an overall calendar year...
He's more of a winger than a left back, really, isn't he? Whereas
Yeah.
Alaba, and also the way that Alaba's done with Austria as well, they've managed to qualify this year, and he's so prominent within that team, and also he's such an adaptable player within that team. You've got to say Alaba, surely.
Yeah,
I don't think it's as stand out as any of the other ones. Left back's a tough one. I don't think there's not one person that you go, wow.
Alaba.
No, I don't go wow.
I think Alaba's
undeniably good,
but I think
wow,
Alaba's
wow.
so good. He can play centre mid. He can play on the left wing. He can play defensive mid. He can play centre half. He can play left back. He's that good a player. He can play
He should have
anywhere.
gone in goal, essentially, for us.
I maybe over Neuer. But
Yeah. Let us know who your favourite centre back and left back of the year is. Right back, guys. I think right back's a bit harder.
I mean, we've bullied Stephen out of 2, so let's
Well,
probably give
When
him
you say
right back.
bullied, you mean reasonably argued?
Yeah,
Stephen
I
out
actually
of
do.
2.
I actually do mean that. Yeah.
Aurier, PSG.
My favourite biscuit.
I think he has been brilliant, Aurier. But what about Lahm? No Lahm in there?
Nah.
I think everyone's going on reputation, everything with it. You're looking at Bayern Munich players.
There's a reason
that
again
are
though they've got the reputation.
Well,
It's
you
not
said
like
this
just go
about
and make
Falcao
up a
last
reputation.
season, and he didn't live up to that
No
reputation.
one's
But
putting
Lahm
Falcao on
did
this
live up
list.
to it.
Falcao's not right back.
Lahm won the
Could
league.
do a job back there.
And
Lahm, yeah.
I mean, it's almost harsh to say as a right back slot for Lahm on last season because he played the majority of it centre defensive mid.
Then he
So
we
you
can't
can't
give
give
him
him.
right
You
back.
can't
So
give him right back.
Are you going
So
to
you've
go
got to go
Aurier?
Aurier. You've got to go Aurier.
We'll give it to Howson. Go Aurier.
Finally.
Finally. Centre mids now.
Okay.
That's a great back line, by the way. Let us know who your back line is. Centre mids.
Now this is a problem because we've gone with a 4-3-3. You would want a strong centre mid, but the one I'm going to put my hat on is not really a centre mid. He's more of an attacker.
This is a team full of hats. What
It
are you
is.
going
I'm
with?
going with Ozil.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Surely we're picking a central defensive midfielder here.
No, that's what I just said. We should really go with one, but in terms of the
Busquets?
central midfielders,
So you're saying
again, no.
Busquets.
Ozil's had a better 2015.
Like I
than
said, though,
Busquets.
I have
No,
picked
no.
mine on August to the end of the year.
Yes, but we then told you it was for the full year, and you can
Yeah, I
just...
know. I told you I
Alright,
forgot
so-
all that last year.
So if we're gonna have to have an attacking mid and a defensive mid, and then probably like a little box.
But I'd have gone with Mkhitaryan. But Ozil's
Yeah, but-
the one that's going to get my vote.
Ozil is the attacking mid, Busquets is the defensive
Yeah,
mid.
that works for me.
I think,
Sure.
and then a little box to boxer in there alongside him.
So are you saying Vidal, Pogba, Verratti?
Oh
I
my
like
goodness.
Verratti for that. I do like Verratti for that.
I-
Although
what
the thing
a
is,
player.
the problem with him is that people go, "No, he's only at PSG."
Yeah, I mean we're discounting Kevin De Bruyne as well, who was sensational first half of the year. Hasn't been too bad since he's joined City.
Okay. Go ahead.
But I think I'll probably put my hat on Pogba purely because of the domestic double and reached the Champions League final in the first half of the year.
I can
transfer.
go with Pogba
So we're
It's a
going.
big midfield.
It's a pretty interesting midfield.
for one spot. We're going for about 7 of them for one
No,
spot.
we got 3. So we've got 3 midfielders in there, which I don't think it's a terribly balanced midfield. Busquets and the out. We haven't even said Rakitic.
No, we haven't.
And I think Rakitic is a fantastic player. And I think at the front of that, you've got a really good midfield.
Nobody on this list is on this list because they're not a fantastic player.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, as a
Tom
combination.
Cleverley is not on this list. Fellaini is not on this list.
Well, we know
These are all good players.
we know Busquets and Ozil's going to be in there, so then it's.
Busquets, Ozil, Rakitic, or
I'd go Pogba.
Pogba.
I think Pogba because of the domestic. Well, then if you say on domestic double, Barcelona the treble, so I'll go Rakitic.
I think you're outvoted, and you go Pogba just for the.
Okay, well, yeah, Pogba.
Let us know. And now comes the hardest part of picking the team, because
What colour shirts they're going to wear?
yes,
Mm,
they're going to wear blue and red.
Barcelona star.
Yeah.
The Madrid fans at home will
You
be
might as
happy.
well. I mean, they'll
We'll
all
be
feel at
happy.
home in them. So I'm going to
front
go.
three.
I'm going to go. This will be controversial. Messi, Neymar, Suarez.
You're going for those 3. Hard to disagree.
Hard to disagree. Now tell me why someone else should get in that team.
But I think those 3 benefit from playing with each other. undoubtedly deserve to be in the conversation, but they play with each other, so therefore.
Did you see them before? All three of those players before were also fantastic, though.
They're that good. That is probably the front three you would pick if you could just go, let's have three of the best attacking.
If you just copy and paste.
But I think it's a bit unfair to just stick three Barcelona forwards in.
I've gone for, like I said, I've gone from August onwards, so I think Mahrez deserves a massive shout.
Mahrez definitely deserves a shout.
Neymar is in there without a shadow of a doubt. And my striker, I've got three for my striker. I've got Lewandowski, I've got Hernandez, and I've got Vardy. You can't discount Vardy. Vardy's the unfashionable one, and everyone's going to scoff at that.
Vardy, there's a reason Vardy's unfashionable, though, and it's because they'd have to just keep playing balls in behind. And maybe what you would say is
play balls in behind, and then have Neymar and Messi.
Yeah, but we're not just thinking about end product. I mean, when you guys were saying, okay, if we're just going to go on trebles and achievements, then maybe that's why you would discount Vardy from this side, is because the one-dimensional nature, maybe, of what we've seen of him.
Maybe, but he's definitely worth a shout. He's probably
the record alone warrants at least the argument for him.
Yeah, that's like, we may as well, if we're going to discount Vardy, I think we probably discount Aubameyang.
Why?
Because Aubameyang, not particularly brilliant first half of the season, whereas Vardy did okay first half of the season, probably started his goal scoring around March sort of time, I can't remember the exact date, but Aubameyang, Dortmund not particularly great for last season.
He looks a bit more, I mean, I know they're a counter-attacking side, but he looks fantastic in terms of the way that he plays his football. Again, he's not as one-dimensional, so there's a reason he's got more of a shout.
There's a ton of strikers that are scoring a ton of goals. You've got Lukaku banging goals in left, right and centre. Lewandowski's banging goals in left, right and centre.
I mean, Lewandowski's winning a Champions League.
Absolutely up there.
So
and then you've got Hernandez, 20 and 18 this season.
We're really going to discount Cristiano Ronaldo?
I just think Ronaldo he's not the zeitgeist kind of player right now, so would he fit into that side? There have been a lot of deficiencies for Ronaldo highlighted.
I think in terms of a calendar year, I would put Cristiano Ronaldo in.
Because of his scoring.
Because he scores so many goals.
Yeah, you can't discount him. What he's done. But look what he's done. If you only go on this season when he's having a poor season, he's broke the record for goals scored in the Champions League group.
But what you would say about that is it if we're going only on those records, that's fine. Maybe Ronaldo deserves to get in there. But if we want this team to also play beautiful football, and there's a reason that maybe some of these other strikers are making it in there, then we'll put the other strikers in. So, I mean, I know we could go MSN. Let's not go with that.
Yeah.
Let's go Lewandowski in the middle.
Really?
Okay.
What about? I see. Then there's Muller,
Aguero, Alexis Sanchez, all big mentions.
Zlatan's smashed it this season. There's a lot of strikers scoring a lot of goals this season.
And Zlatan also got the qualification for Sweden, so we're going to have to make our choices.
Lewandowski gets my shout.
So Lewandowski flanked by
Neymar gets my shout.
Lewandowski, Neymar.
I think you got Ronaldo.
Over
a calendar year.
Over Messi.
Yep. I'll go Messi because he's going to win the Ballon d'Or, and I think he has been the best player across our whole calendar year.
I'm going the same thing that we said earlier. That too many Barcelona players, I think.
Okay.
I don't feel like that's fair on Messi.
I think Ronaldo's carried that.
Your argument at the back was Piqué couldn't get in there because Messi was too good. So now you're saying Messi can't get in there because Piqué was too good.
That forward three is too good, but as a unit.
You're right, we do need to downgrade them a little.
They're also playing with each other, and I think Ronaldo has done more on his own for his team that warrants that mention. But you can say the same about Mahrez or Vardy as well.
We're going to have to end it right now. Casting vote, I'm going to have to go Messi just because I think he'd complement the other two too well.
Fair enough. It's a pretty strong team anyway.
It's been lovely to have you on the show, Steve. Thanks a lot for putting your arguments across for so many players in there. You've made it a bit more diverse than it normally is. Joe.
No worries.
Of course, it's been good to have you as well. Let us know in the comments below who your team of 2015. Remember, it's the calendar year. It's not just one season or the other.
Rooney wasn't on this list.
Yeah, there's a good reason for that. We'll see you again real soon for the Daily Weekly.